Hi friends, it's Nancy, and I'm going to start a new journal. So I have these watercolored, it says Les Modes Parisiennes from Peterson Magazine, 1870. So I want to fussy cut this lady here for my cover. So I've kind of cut her away from these. These I'll probably use somewhere else in the journal as well. But I want to change the colors of a few things here. So the first thing I want to do, give her a little blush. A little on her nose, a little on her chin, a little on her shoulder. A little on her arm. Then I'm going to paint in her little bracelet and her little earring. Now, I want to change the color of her flowers. Right now they're yellow. They need to be pink. So I'm just going to go over the yellow. With some pink paint. Something to think of, eh? 150 years ago. 150 years ago, somebody was painting this paper. And now, I'm painting it. Dabbing a little greenery in there. Not that there's anything wrong with yellow, but it won't match my paper. Well, I'm going to fussy cut her anyway, so doesn't matter a lot. Now I think I'm going to go around this band. Thought I'd bring it in a little for you. I was going crazy looking for my watercolors. I couldn't remember where I'd stowed them. I texted Catherine. I said, can you please tell me where I put my watercolors? She said, they're in your atlas. And I said, oh, okay. Where's my atlas? I actually found them in a box of magazines. Just adding a little more pink. Because as it dries, it looks, you can see the yellow through it still. At least I can. All right, let's turn you upside down. And I think I'm going to make her a brunette. Looks like they use like a pale gray or a blue to color her hair in. Okay. All right, let me clean up my mess here. Next thing I want to share with you is this little lace cap. So this would have been worn by a woman. You would think it's pretty old, but I think these kinds of caps were worn right up into the 20s and 30s for, you know, doing your housework around the house or whatever. Has little wires in here I'm going to pluck out so that I can use some of this lace. And yeah, I just wanted to show you while it was in one piece. All right, it will be a shambles when I come back. All right, now we're back again. I'm continuing to work on some of those projects, leftover Tuesday stuff. So the leftover Tuesday stuff, I had 3 pins, so I pinned it onto this tag that was also a leftover. I had a ton of buttons in that box, so I've been adding buttons to these. This was actually a button envelope, you know, that would be attached to an outfit when you buy it. And I just cut it and turned it back to back, and then I might decorate it with something, a stamp or something, I don't know. I had a few leftover button cards that I made last week, and I used some of the buttons from the cigar box. So things are starting to leave the Tuesday trash bin that was way too full. These were the tea-dyed postal stamp. These were in with packages of stamps that I tea-dyed. I have not covered the back. I'm not entirely sure that I will cover the back. But in the meantime, I want to do a project that I first saw on Kate from Pixie K Designs do recently. I want to say in the last week or so. And she gave credit to an Etsy shop. I can't remember what it was called. But what I'll put the link below for both Kate and the Etsy shop. I think it's an Australian Etsy shop actually. So, and my friend Joanne, she also did this project I saw on her Instagram the other day. So what I am going to do is I'm going to make post till the back of post cards using some stamps. And I want this to look very distressed and old and sink into the background. So I'm going to use Distress ink. This is brushed corduroy. And thank you everybody who sent me tips about stamping. Perfect, perfect. Might as well do them all in one fell swoop before I switch stamps, right? So, yeah, this video has been pieced together. It's like 3 days of, of recording. It's been a busy week. Work has been super busy. And then I had a flurry of activity yesterday. I'm actually going to a hearing this morning, so I was busy. It was a last minute thing that I just found out about at 11 o'clock yesterday morning. So there was a bit of a scatter, a flurry, shuffle to do the research and get my exhibits together and review the legislation, and but I think I'm ready to go. As I was leaving the office yesterday, I said to the boss lady. I said, I'm going to make you proud. And she said, oh, I'm sure you will. I'll check in with you, see how it went. And I said, I don't have time to talk to you tomorrow. I'm busy. I have this hearing, and then I have back-to-back-to-back appointments. Okay. Peel you off. Now, I had I don't know if I've ever used this stamp, or indeed where it came from. Yeah, it doesn't want to let go. Oh. So I think I'll put that down there for the address. I have this little texty thing here. Most of this is going to be covered anyway, but you know, just sort of a hint. Oh, wrong way, Feldman. Try this first. Oh yeah, that's grand. That's just grand. I feel like I'm huffing and puffing. Yep. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I don't even know what I've told you about, what I haven't told you about. Jordan was supposed to cook us dinner last night, but he has come down with the whooping pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu or something. He just said he had a bad cough. And I said I wasn't interested in his bad cough, so I would not be attending. I'm too busy to be sick. All right. Just gonna give these a clean and then we'll come back. You would be surprised at just how much I got accomplished there. Okay, so in the example I saw on Pinterest, it involved velvet ribbon. I had this little scrap of velvet ribbon in the Tuesday trash box. I don't think I need very much. I refilled my ink bottles yesterday. So, or not my ink bottles, my glue bottles. So hopefully getting glue to come out won't take as long as it had been. It always seems like a pain to fill those bottles, but at the same time, it just makes things so much easier. Like pretty much every chore you have to do. Yeah, when I cleaned my stamps, I threw a load of laundry in and got myself a fresh coffee. How many do I have of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'll use up the green ribbon. This is kind of a brown color, I guess. I have some silver ones and some brass ones. No, not on my mat. But I have other colors. I've got this lavender, some pink, some blue, has sari silk stuck on it, some ivory, and I have black. I don't know if I'll use the black, but maybe some of these other colors. I also have this ribbon. I wondered what that might be like instead of the velvet. Let's do one. Let's do one. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little clip. Should probably do that with these too. And I have 2 pink. Are they the same? Oh, here's a little narrower one. Oops. So, you know how Google listens to you. Google's spying on you. So, with all of the mention of call the midwife, couldn't call the midwife, when I was working on that journal, the algorithm picked up the chatter, and in my Amazon Prime streaming service, a suggestion came up for a show called One Born Every Minute, and it's a British series. There's 8 seasons. Stop me if I already told you about this. And it takes I just needed a couple more of these. It takes place, it's like a reality show on a maternity ward in a British hospital. One more. I think I'd like a blue one. I can always make more, but those are the ones that were the correct size for postcards. But heck, I can certainly cut down more. Anyway, so I started watching that on Sunday, and I'm absolutely binging. I was telling the girls at work I'm going to have abs of steel from all the pushing I've been doing for these women. Okay. I'll just put those ones aside. Okay, guys, you move. Now, the idea is that this will get sewn to the top here, and then there'll be like a little lace blob. So I got this piece of crocheted lace. I'm going to cut off this edge. And then we can add some layers. I got several boxes of lace here. Ooh, that looks fun. Need a little color in there though, Nance. Come on. Ooh, that is nice. Something a little darker. That's way too big. I like that. I'll take that out anyway. Okay, I think that'll give me enough to work from. Now, in the picture, it looks like there's a little narrow piece of lace going across the top. So maybe I can use some of that. Some of that. What else you got in here, girl? That'll do. And if it doesn't do, that's going to be tough. This one I'm going to iron. We'll use some of this on an, ooh, look at that. We'll use some of this on another one. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do on that one. But first, you're going to think I'm insane. right? No kidding. Okay. Crash bang. And I want this stitching really, really neat. So we have 3.5 inches. Now I'm thinking that's too high. Nobody will notice. One and 3/4. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to skip a dot and do the 2. 2. Okay. Now, what have I got for some thread here? Looks like I got some embroidery floss here. I don't think I want a knot. I think I'll use a little piece of tape. This will either be covered or glued down anyway, so it doesn't matter what the back looks like. It just matters what the front looks like. All right, where did I put my thing? Oh, there it is. Come on, Nance. You can do her, girl. Now, I'm pretty sure that if I remember correctly, Kate sewed everything together. I'm going to glue everything together. Let that dry. Got a bit of a wow on it, so we'll take that off. Then this part, right. I wonder what it would look like with a big button on it. One of my big shell buttons. Nope, too big. What do you think? Let me see what it looks like through the camera. Yeah, might do. Put it there. Tie a knot here. Whoops. Some of the examples I saw had like a little flower. There we go. So I think that's all we have time for today, but be sure to check out my Instagram and I will post pictures of the other 4. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you thought this was interesting. I was super jazzed about this project. So take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.